there's something that I think most creators are missing on YouTube, and it's the difference between creating content like everybody else and creating content that gets you way more views, way more sustainably. And I call it the difference between an idea creator and a content creator. So let me break down what that is exactly. So on the left here, you have an idea creator, and then on the right, you have a content creator, okay? Now, an idea creator is something that unfortunately we're seeing more and more of on YouTube today. Basically, it's creators whose entire success on YouTube rely on the idea. And let me give you an example of this, okay? There are so many creators where their average views are between 1 to 2 million views per video. Okay, that's what that's the average, let's say the bare minimum they normally pull. And then a massive trend will show up. Like let's say K-pop Demon Hunter or Squid Games, something like that will happen. And their views will temporarily per video go up to like 10 million, 15, maybe 20 million view videos. And then the trend dies. And then their views fall back down to 1 to 2 million. And you never see these creators actually grow. This is what I mean by an idea creator. The entire success of their channel comes from the idea. The moment a trend dies or a format that was crushing for them dies, they go back to their baseline. And, you know, on the surface, that might seem like it's not a terrible thing. Like, hey, cool. Like I'm averaging 1 million, 2 million views, but you're not growing. And this is the issue. When your video success is fully dependent on the idea, how great of an idea you chose, then that means something very, very clear. It means your content is not that good. It means your content is churning. That trend happens, viewers come in for the trend, and then they don't bother staying after the trend ends. And a lot of the time, when viewers don't stay, it's not because you didn't have a banger thumbnail, okay? Viewers don't stay and become fans because you have great thumbnails or let's say great ideas. It's because of the experience, the VX, viewer experience. How did you make them feel when they were watching your content? This is actually something I'm seeing on YouTube. Creators are heavily focusing on the idea and the packaging, but they're not focusing on the content itself, the content quality, okay? There's very few creators I know who make like, holy crap level of great content, right? I know a lot of creators who come up with great ideas, who are amazing at thumbnails, but in terms of creators who are actually really, really, really good at content, like retention and storytelling and all that stuff, not that many. And if you think about it, the issue with an idea creator is that it's not sustainable. It means that every time you make a video, if you want to grow your channel or get crazy views, your idea needs to be nuts. And let's be honest, coming up with ideas is tough. And so if your strategy is to get a crazy idea every single video, that is just not sustainable, right? You're just churning people out. And the solution, in my opinion, is returning to this focus on content. Now, I'm going to break down what this is exactly, a content creator versus an idea creator, but just know it's not one or the other. You should do both. The thing is that it's way easier to focus on an idea and optimizing a thumbnail because a thumbnail is one image, right? It's 1920 by 1080. It's one image. That's all you have to worry about. Versus a video is, you know, it could be 20 minutes long. It could be 30 minutes long. It could be an hour long. It's a lot more to take care of, to optimize. How do you even do that, right? So that's why idea or thumbnails are the focus points for so many people because it's easier to tackle as a problem. And so you want to be, in my opinion, a content creator. And this is where me and a lot of my clients are focusing our efforts on this year, is making insane content. Because the cool thing about this is that if you make insanely good videos, your viewer churn drops. If you have crazy good video ideas, your viewer churn may stay the same, right? And this is not backed by data yet, but I guarantee if I look this up, it would be backed by data because great videos make viewers stay. And think about how sustainable that is, by the way. Like we were saying, you know, if you're an idea creator, growing your channel depends on coming up with great ideas. If your content is good and it just lowers the churn of your viewers, okay? Let's say that over the course of a year, you average 2 million views per video, but every year you churn 1 million viewers, okay? That's a lot of viewers. If you just remove that churn, that means that your average views per video every year would go up 1 million. And that doesn't seem like a lot. Imagine your videos averaging 2 million baseline, you know, baseline, no matter what happens, 2 million, and then 3 million, and then 4 million, and then 5 million. Like, it starts getting up there. And that's the cool thing about content is that it makes viewers stay. And I think that is so powerful. There's two ways you can focus on getting more viewers. You can focus on bringing them into the funnel by making bigger and bigger video ideas. But if the bottom of your funnel is leaking viewers by the millions, then it's a bad strategy. You want to combine great ideas with great videos. Okay, this brings people in. This can too, by the way, right? But for the purpose of the video, this keeps them. Okay, this brings them in. And this is fire. And a content creator is literally just a creator who can make anything go viral. Okay, if you are cracked at making videos really, really well, you can make anything go viral. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a freaking chair, dude. Being a content creator is just focusing on making the best ideas possible. And that seems very generic and abstract because I intend to keep it that way for this video because I don't want to jump into the details. But basically, everybody on YouTube, for the most part, is here, and I'm trying to move here with my clients. This is what I'm doing in 2026. This is my strategy. And bear in mind, I'm not saying screw ideas, screw thumbnails, screw packaging. I'm not saying that. They're still super important. The issue is people focus only on that, and then they don't focus enough on the actual content himself, which means their content's not very good. Maybe one day I'll give examples, but I don't want to call anybody out and hurt any feelings, okay? But you could probably imagine creators who they just stay at $1 million to 2 million. A trend happens, they blow up, and then they go back down. And it's just because their content's not that good. So anyways, that's it. Peace.